Hi everybody. I am coming on to talk about taking Rick Simpson oil in capsule form. So here's one of the capsules that I've made, and it has evening primrose oil in it. And this one has about half of a kernel sized piece of grain of Rick Simpson oil immersed in it. And yeah, I made a bunch the other day. I just started back on Rick Simpson oil after taking about, a few months off. Not of cannabis. I haven't taken cannabis time off. I've just taken Rick Simpson oil time off. And I wanted to find a new way to take it that bypassed my mouth because of the taste issues. I'm not really keen on the taste of Rick Simpson oil. I already have some burning mouth issues, and it just didn't feel like it was helping me, like the dryness and all of that. And I wanted to see if it would get into my system faster and deeper. And I've been wanting to try evening primrose oil for a while now. And I finally ordered a bottle and thought that that would be a good carrier to add in with the Rick Simpson oil dabs in the capsules. You could also use honey. I just chose to use something more with a fat. I don't think this really has much. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's a saturated fat or it's not a saturated fat. I'm almost positive it's not, because even when it's cold, it stays liquidy. So, a saturated fat would delivers cannabis. My understanding is a saturated fat delivers cannabis better into the whole system, into the organs and the tissues and everything. I just use evening primrose oil. So I wanted just to show you. So I have a bunch here, and those are about a half of a kernel sized grain. You can add a little less or a little bit more. That's for me. These are the perfect feel for just, being out and about, and they don't really affect me all that strongly at all. They do, it's definitely a whole body feel, which is so nice. Definitely still brings on a good appetite after, the first release is through. I also made just a few with more. If this is like 3/4 to a whole dab. And these ones I like to take at night. Look, they're such a beautiful color. The oil, the Rick Simpson oil, just kind of dissolves a little bit into the evening primrose oil. I take these, I reserve these for at night or in the mornings. Like this weekend, on Sunday, I had a home day, and I took one, and it was so nice. Like first thing in the morning, it was such a nice whole feeling. I did a bunch of stretching and dancing and cleaned and made breakfast and just had such an easygoing, relaxing morning, and knew I wasn't needing to go anywhere, and it was just a day at home. And it took about 40 minutes to come into my system, and it stayed for about 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so this is the evening primrose oil I use. Again, you can use any other kind of carrier. You don't even need to, you could just stick it right in there. Another idea was to use fermented cod liver oil. My husband thought of that. I thought that's a good idea. This is the Green Pastures fermented cod liver oil, which isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it's one way of, it's affordable to get it in liquid form, and it's one way to get in the good stuff of it without tasting it. It just goes right into your stomach. This is a saturated fat. Like when it gets, it's, I don't think it's actually a full-on saturated fat, but it definitely gets thicker as it gets in the fridge. So this would be good for traveling and stuff if you put them into capsules. The evening primrose oil, I did these 2 or 3 days ago. They're not even oily, nothing. They're really nice and dry on the outside. They're 00 kosher capsules. You can get them You can get them at health food stores, sometimes in the bulk section. I order mine from Capsuline. I just get I get a big bag because I do other stuff with it. And so those are the capsules. You don't need a capsule machine, but if you wanted to get a capsule machine to make them, you know, if you already want to make other capsules too, this is a great one. It looks like this. Hope I'm not moving too fast. Stick them in. So I'll make one so you can see. Well, you won't be able to see from there, but usually I use a pin. I don't have a pin on me. You just want to pierce your capsule. If you're using the evening primrose oil, you just pierce it. And then I just put a little bit into the capsule. I mean, you could put more than a little bit, whatever you want to do. And then this is my Rick Simpson Oil syringe from a batch I made in October, and it's out of the fridge, so it's warm. And ooh, see, it comes right out. And then you're just going to, so that's a decent portion. That is going to be a wonker. So I'm still, because I took a few months off, I was taking 2 grains at a time, and that was working. I think that was working okay for me. Now I'm at half a grain, and 1 grain is my, that's like my limit right now at one time. And then I take that, when I'm home, I take it, you know, every 3 or 4 hours, or I take it twice a day. It just depends on what I'm up to for the day. And then, see, I just stuck a dab in, stuck some evening primrose oil in, stick your cap on, and it's contained. That's it. And so they seem like they'd be good for traveling. Really inconspicuous, I think is the word. So easy way to take them no matter where you are. I've put them in my pocket in my snow pants when I'm outside. I've put them in my purse in a little container, and I just have them. Really easy. So that's it. I just wanted to show you another way of taking Rick Simpson oil. It definitely, I have no taste in my mouth, which is really nice. It's been a long time that I've taken Rick Simpson oil just by mouth only to see if it hits me in a different way, but I don't think it does. I think, well, in some ways it feels like it gives me just an all over body feel, but I remember Rick Simpson oil just doing that. So it's definitely not cerebral. It feels so nice, so relaxing, and I'm imagining these dissolve in my stomach. So seems like an instantaneous way to get it into the blood, especially if you have anything going on in your stomach or upper part of the intestine. I imagine this could be a really great way to deliver the medicine. Gosh, if you put enough in there, you could use this as a suppository too, right? If you put it in at night. Just another idea if you have colon cancer or anything of the colon or the rectum area. Yeah. So far so good. I'm on 4, I think this is day 4 that I've started using them, and they're so easy, and I'm going to make a bunch right now. So that's it. I just wanted to share. Yeah. Have fun. This is definitely going into my, this is a big one. Yeah, I mean, I'm 105, 110 pounds at most, and they hit really nicely. So yeah, really good stuff. Okay, guys, see you later.